Welcome back to another episode based on the book The Unstoppable People, Achieving Your Dreams in Spite of Obstacles by Dr. Charles Apoki. To get your copy of the book, please check the links in the description. In this episode, we will be discussing overcoming constraints. In Mark chapter 5, verses 25 to 27, the Bible says, "And a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years. She had suffered a great deal under the care of many doctors and had spent all she had, yet instead of getting better, she grew worse. When she heard about Jesus, she came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak." One of the common agitations of people with issues is their complaints over different constraints, causing them not to have done something about their issues. The woman had been disappointed several times by the doctors of her time. This was enough to discourage her from making another attempt at solving her issue, but her disappointment did not restrain her. "I fear rejection so much. Any time I am rejected in a place, I find it very difficult to go back there again. There was an embassy where I was denied a visa about 10 years ago. I have never gone back there. Though, truthfully, I have not had any need to visit that country." She had financial constraints because she had spent all the money she had on the treatment of this issue of blood and even got worse. The NIV Bible says clearly that she suffered a great deal in the hands of many physicians. Treatment in those days could be very crude and painful. The humiliation of telling her tale to her friends and doctors could have prevented her from taking another try. For 12 years of losing blood, she must have been very weak, considering the fact that hematinics and blood transfusions were not available then. It would require extra grace to sum up the courage to dare to enter that crowd. There is always enough strength to reach out to Christ. If we ignore our weaknesses and reach out with faith, strength will come. Motivation, strong motivation, releases unimagined capacity. The blind man was told, "He calleth thee," when he screamed, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." He got to Jesus despite the crowd. When he told a blind man with clay and spittle in his eyes to go and wash in the pool, he got there. Faith, faith, faith is the trigger. My dear nation, Nigeria, needs a motivational leader. I do not see one on the immediate horizon. There are some among our governors, but our political structure might not give them the chance. The black race needs motivational leaders to wake us up from intellectual and developmental slumber. Ignore your constraints. Focus on what you want to achieve and reach out with the strength that is left. You will not stop halfway. I have often said that I have hardly had enough money before starting off with most things that I have accomplished. As I take the first step, the solutions for the next step arrange themselves. I want you not to give up, but to stand up and dust yourselves. Ignore the doctor's frustration, dare to touch Christ, and you will see results. Some young men who knew when we started to build the school were wondering how the area has transformed. There was a year when water flooded the school, fishes were swimming in the school, but we have conquered that. I cannot explain how we managed to reach where we are now, but we stepped out. The woman stepped out and she got there. You too will get there, fear not. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. To get your copy of The Unstoppable People, Achieving Your Dreams in Spite of Obstacles by Dr. Charles Apoki, please check the links in the description. Keep pushing forward, and remember, do not compare your issues, confront them.